We're back. It's Friday. Had a rough week. We need to take it easy. We need to be careful. We need to just scalp, get in, get out. If it's not moving, we get out. If it starts moving against us, we get out. If it moves in our favor, we get out. I gotta take care of something real quick. After I trade, fill you guys in on what happened yesterday. I don't want to talk about it before we start trading today, so we'll just go over it later. But don't let me forget. Hank, I haven't heard from you in a minute. Happy New Year, and I hope you've been doing good. Jeez, look at that. Right, I'm gonna keep my hand off that mouse right now because it's only 9:20. So I got 10 minutes to open. Yeah, I'm with you, Hank. I don't think you were here the other day. Yeah, because I haven't heard from you, but we kind of made a mistake the other day, and it was still affecting me. Got into a couple of contracts on a trade that I thought the movements were normal movements. I thought they were normal risks, like the candle size, but I was zoomed out, and by the time the market moved against me and I got out, which normally would have been fine, it was hitting my daily loss limit on the one move, and I just didn't realize it, and that really bothered me. I don't think I would have taken it had I saw the size, but it is what it is. We're just trying to recover from that day. What's up, McLovin? Trying. That was just 2 days ago. Yesterday morning, I mentioned that was still affecting me. I did good on stream, but we did a little bit of damage afterwards, but I can fill you guys in on what accounts we have, what accounts we don't have later. I'm just going to trade what I have right now, and then we'll do a recap after we're done trading today. This week has shown me, though, that I'm putting too much pressure again on myself to trade manually when my manual trades improved when I was focusing on building an automated strategy. And I haven't really worked on those the last couple of weeks because I kind of turned my attention and focus to this strategy. But then it just puts extra pressure on me to then perform this well. And then I kind of forget about the bot and what that's capable of doing. So I spent some time yesterday coding and stuff and back testing, and I think that helps like alleviate some of the pressure, because I'm like, I don't have to perform perfectly. I need to do my best, obviously, when I do take manual trades, but I mean, the ticket, the money is going to be coming from a bot, because that does not get affected by stupid things, and it's not going to make a mistake. It's going to take the exact trades I tell it to take. And it doesn't cost me if I want to, like, we started trying out this new 5-second strategy, and I mean, I jumped right into it, obviously, with combines, which got passed. It was doing good. You know, we have to pay for that stuff. With a bot, I don't have to do all that. I can just run a bunch of back tests, see if it works. If it does, then we can run it live. If it doesn't work, we keep perfecting it. So I need to get back in that mind state, and I think I am today, just because I did work on it yesterday. So that's where I'm at with that. All right, so our news at 8:30. I'm assuming this wick up here, we wicked up, taking out liquidity at those highs, straight down. I don't even have to scroll over to know that most likely there was liquidity resting down here. And then and then it starts forming bullish fair value gaps to go attack the highs again. That's what the market does. There's not much to it. So why is it so hard to take money out of it when this is all it does every day? I wonder if there's something to waiting for multiple fair value gaps to be respected and then getting in on one. Like, try not to get in on the first one because it could be a fake out. But what if, which this would be hard to do because you have to sit with your patients, but I could program this. Wait for 1, 2, and then like get in on the third fair value gap if they are being respected, which this one was because this low never broke past that low. And then this low never broke past that low. So then you could say, oh, we're in a buy program because 2 gaps were respected. Now get in on the next one. Obviously, this is just one example. That would be something that needs to be tested and tested and tested and tested. There's got to be something to that, though, right? Because, like, here's a fair value gap, but then you just keep an eye on it, and it's invalid because we broke that high. And they say, okay, we start over counting the bullish ones, bearish ones, but we're counting we've got 2 under our belt now that are working. It's interesting. That would have worked on this move. But again, that's just one day, one small example. You probably wouldn't want to take any near some higher time frame highs and lows. Is this thing gonna just rip all day now? I don't know if you guys can see, but we came right to this 1 hour cap. Doesn't make sense that we would just randomly respect that one, but we came right to it. Yeah, I think it seems like longs are favorable there. Just going off of the move at 8:30, which went down. So now we can go up. But how far do we go? Oh, the market's open. All right. Let's make sure we are zoomed into where we need to be. This is moving quite a bit. Honestly, I don't have a lot of room. I should not be trading minis, but I can only trade like 1 or 2 micros according to TopStep, and I don't want to do that. So
Order filled. Order filled.
I was really debating on just putting on brackets today and do 5 points either way and allow myself to kill it if either one of those don't get hit. And on a move, just put a limit order in to where the stop would be at the lows. And if it gets hit, if the market comes back and we get tagged in, then we get tagged in. And then it's up to the market to decide whichever one we get hit after that. I mean, that's how we should be trading. I feel like I've kind of allowed myself to get into some bad habits with this strategy. What's up, Alito? Oh, bull tent. We'll talk about it after I'm done trading. On the stream, we ended green, but I'll fill you guys in afterwards later. I just don't want to talk about it right now. We'll talk about it after I'm done. How did you do yesterday? I'm in my mode of looking at these candles and trying to figure out how to program this, something to take advantage of this. Every time we have 3 candles that are like this close to the same size and we form a fair value gap, how often does this happen where we come back to the midpoint and then keep going? I mean, happened twice right here. Will it happen again? Nice. Are you like out on a site somewhere and you're doing that on your phone? Or are you just at home? Awesome, Hank. I don't know, Lucid. I sure didn't pay attention for this one. There's nothing over here. But so I know I have been saying I need a 1 minute gap to form and then stuff to form on the 5-second. But what got me started on the 5-second was not doing that. I was just only looking at the 5-second. and just trying to read it like I do a 1 minute or a 2 minute. And the theory was, it just gives me, the theory is that the fair value gaps are respected more often than not. So with good risk management, you should be able to just trade off of those. I mean, look, that one just got, you'd have had to known to not take this one because we're at the highs. So you don't take one that we just created new highs, because that could be just a liquidity grab. But the theory was that these gaps, they get formed so much and they're respected so often that on the 5 second, I don't even think you need a lot of experience to know or to be able to just take money out of it. So then I was thinking, well, I do have experience. Oh my God, Zendy. You doing all right? Yeah, so I was thinking that if I coded that, make it have to form in a 1 minute, I honestly think just those two, just watching for a 1 minute gap and then waiting for the market to come back into that range, and then just take any 5 second fair value gaps that form on the 5 second. I don't know what I just said, but yes, we like big mugs in America. Plus, this one's magical. I need to just code that and then see what it does instead of questioning. Let me take a break here from the live charts for a second. All right, this dip into that 1 minute fair value gap right there happened at 918, 919. So we come over here, 918, 919, fair value gap, fair value gap, fair value gaps. So buy. That, I mean, I think that would work. No. I think my salt coffee is treating me better than you. So I mean, now we're clearly moving down because there's no gaps or anything here on the 1 minute. So wouldn't we just be heading pretty low? Oh, 5 minute. Look, so 5 minute, we came into a 5 minute fair value gap, and look at what we create right here on the 5 second. We're making it up as we go, Zendy. I can't take this. It's too much of a risk. Stop would have to be down here at 46. But that's a perfect. This is a decent setup right here. Sandy, you weren't here for this little new strategy I've developed. But I'm just watching for fair value gaps on the higher time frame, and then when the market comes back into those, look for the same fair value gap to form on a 5 second chart, and then just take them. and kind of reading the market how I normally do. So there's some discretion to it.
Order filled.
Now that we have one form up here, it's still kind of a bigger stop, but it's better than the one down here. Oh,
Order filled.
that's all we're looking at. I'm not going to hover over the money yet. I'm assuming is around $80 though, because it looks like 8 points. 4 points, not 8 points. So this, yeah, I don't know if I can code this because look, we created a 1 minute bearish fair value gap, and then what all of this is in is that gap, and none of these are being respected. If I was going to do brackets, I think I would do 5 each way for this, just my size and these moves that I'm aiming for. So I'd have to place my entry so that my risk is 5 points. So with this gap 60, so I would yeah, I guess this would have worked. So 60 would have been my exit, which means 65 would be my enter. So it would have came close, but then we would have got out up here at 70 off of this gap. Let me see if I can throw this on here. What did I say? Enter at 65.
Order working. Order cancelled. Order working. Order cancelled.
I think it's $100, right? Yeah, I'm just showing something right now. Thanks for keeping that in mind. So if I wanted to buy off of this gap, I would have had to keep in mind 5 points from that low, which would
Order
be right here
working.
at 65. That way it puts the stop at the lows and then take profit, just get out for 5 points, which market clearly would have worked. Tag me in. But maybe the market would have saw that I had a stop and it would have wicked down real quick and then went up.
Order cancelled.
I don't know if I want to do brackets though, but I think that's what I would do. I think, I mean, this kind of looks like a decent short, right? On the 1 minute Well, I don't like that we have this other displacement candle. It's the same size as this one. Never mind. Before that formed, we have a fair value gap breaking a swing. I just don't know what higher time frame. Yeah, we didn't really take out any liquidity over here. So I guess we just keep going up. Or maybe that gets respected. I don't know. Who knows? Who freaking knows? When I can't remember if I told you guys or not yesterday, but when I rewatched my trade from Wednesday that I zoomed out on, before the market opened, when I was watching, I had it zoomed into where I wanted it. And then as soon as the market opened, we had a big move, and my cursor just went over here. I zoomed out, and then I went back and didn't even think about it. Just took out highs. Hmm. Kind of just stuck up here right now. I'm only serial trader. I'm only trading one account at a time for now out of what's the word? That's just the situation I'm in. So yeah, we're just trading this one. That was a nice little entry right there. Damn it. How many accounts are you trading? I don't I like that gap right there. But we've already hit it once. Jesus. That's why I need um that's why I need to put brackets on, because if and when that happens, if I'm in a trade, I can't exit exactly where I need to exit when it moves that quickly. We're going to leave these tops up here. Oh yeah. Thanks for watching out. I did not realize what time it was. I knew we had news at 10. I just wasn't paying attention at the time. Nice. That's why that's why all this is forming right now. It's getting primed. The true dark one. What does that name mean? So we should expect it's a red folder. We should expect. I looked at the news before I got on the stream. I just forgot to pull it up. Yeah, I got away from the 1 minute to trade the 5 second because it's for multiple reasons. I think it's better for me. It helps me stick to quicker trades, helps me stick to smaller trades, and just gives me more opportunities throughout the day if I need them. But I used to just take like 1 or 2 trades a day on the 1 minute. It was a constant struggle sitting there waiting all day for a setup, which it's not a bad thing to try to overcome that. But instead of trying to fight and mash my personality into a strategy that doesn't fit it, why not just try to come up with a strategy that fits me better? Yeah, I appreciate it. I am incorporating the 1 minute. What are they going to do? What are they going to do at 10? We're going to just rock it up. Exactly what we're going to do. Man, we should have bought. Yeah, that liquidity up there at those highs was too juicy. Dollar started going down. Now I got to stay out even longer because now these candles are too big. Anyone out there? Have you guys taken anything? I know Hank was in and out earlier with ES. Tyler, where the hell have you been? Grim, you guys are just sitting there all quiet. You got you, you two are my main talkers. You guys are just sitting in the background. Oh my god. About to shut this stream down. And you guys are are you trading them like grouped together or separate? Jesus. Says Alito, who is one of the chattiest Cathys we have. Damn, I should have freaking longed back here when I said that. I should have had an account to YOLO on or something. Damn. Well, I was long biased since before the market even opened. We're over here scalping 4-point moves. Sometimes I miss the bigger moves. I just change my mind too much. We got to be reaching up to 580 there, right? Yeah, I don't think no sells would have worked.
Order filled. Order filled.
I liked that one because I was, still expecting the market to go up, but instead of getting in right away, there was a chance that we come and take out this low right here. So I wanted to see us put in either a new lower low or a swing, and we put in a swing, and then I got in and just rode the momentum up. I couldn't have trailed that. Look, I would have gotten out. It's better for me. It's better for me emotionally to just exit. I can't do the trailing because I've been taking trades like this. If I trailed this and then I got out for break even, I'd be pissed. And then the next trade I'm not going to take. I'm going to be mad and I'm not going to take trades that I'm supposed to be taking. And then I'm going to blow up accounts. So most of my decisions are just based off of how I know I'm going to react to the outcomes. I strongly suggest you all figure that stuff out for yourselves and be aware of it. Like I was looking at 580 that we're getting drawn up to 580. So I'm just like, I think it does go up there. So we left a crap ton of points on the table, but I'm not taking those big moves, and I can't take on that risk. Yeah, that's one hell of a 5 minute. I think we leave that gap open. I want to see us stay above 41, right? Make that like an inversion. It's kind of weird, right? That we're coming down and tapping that. Should I go for it? Mm. Hitting 41 again. I really want to buy right here, but I'm also a little nervous, so I'm just gonna stay out. But I think if I bought here, I could. I think this goes up to 80. Certainly would have gotten our points out of it, but I haven't been paying attention to like the weekly Hank. I hesitated because getting in on this trade, I think there were thoughts, not I think, there were thoughts of holding 280, which I'm not doing. I'm getting out for a handful of points. I was about to get into something that I wouldn't have exited. So I don't know what that means. Does that mean I should start thinking about calling it quits? I mean, we could pull back from here. Like on the 5 minute, we came up into, stopped right at that. Isn't that considered an order block right there? At least pull back into this 5 minute fair value gap before we were to go higher. If we were going to go higher, pull back into there and then rip off of it. Or we could continue going down. This is a little bit too choppy. You're 300 away from passing. You're 300. You lost 300 on a funded. I'm confused. Are you still long? And if you are you looking at 580? to start adding contracts. Don't even think about it. Give you some bad advice. I know that 580 looks real good. It doesn't make sense for us to not go take that out. Oh yeah, 2 right there. All this. But I would not, if we fill, yeah, I don't know if we come down here. All right, we're back into the 5-minute gap. So see how that, so from 533 to basically 500. See how it reacts in there. 515-ish will be the midpoint of that. Damn, you picked up 15. It's rare to hear you say you held. We came back to the midpoint of that 5-minute gap. I just don't know. Tyler, you doing all right? Tyler, you doing okay? I mean, this is looking all right so far. We need some more candles to print, but if we start getting these wicks down here, the body staying up there, this is around the midpoint of that 5-minute gap. But then we got this massive, well, not massive, I'm zoomed in, but we got this 1-minute fair value gap. We'd have to get back up and through, which we could. This isn't breaking any swing. I mean, these are technically swings, but, or maybe this is a silver bullet entry and we come back up into it and then tank off of that. Who freaking knows, man? All right. Well, this gap is respected. Mm, Jesus. I'm too conflicted right now even to take these scalps. Bouncing in between a 1 minute, what looks to be a silver bullet entry, and a 5 minute. So looks like the silver bullet, that could have been it right there. I think we might be going down. I want to see how this reacts if it comes back up to here. Right here. All right, so the fact that I keep there's just too many conflicting things going on, and none of these last few trade opportunities I've thought of have worked out. I thought maybe longing off of this guy might work, which it didn't. I would have got stopped out. And then I thought shorting off of this guy, shorting right here would have worked, and that didn't work either. I would have had to kill that for. So I don't know. Yeah, we did come. I mean, that 515 area, this is about midpoint. But then I don't know about this 1 minute gap right here. Tyler, what about you? Are you doing all right? I don't know, Grant. That's what I'm saying. I've got like there's short signals, there's long signals. It's better to just wait. No, you didn't. Oh my god. My heart like dropped for a second. Jesus Christ. I know the 50% code is just for anyone. It's New Year 2024. But if you click the link in the description to go to TopStep, then it will help me out if that's what you're looking to do, which I appreciate. But that code doesn't go to anybody. If you want to help out someone who streams or makes YouTube, you just have to click their link to get to TopStep, and then that will count towards. Then I would get a little kickback off of that, which I appreciate. It's crazy that you guys ask. I don't like talking about those. I don't like talking about those links, but several of you guys ask if I have them, which feels good. I appreciate it. I don't recognize your name, Robert, but I do take some of that money from the affiliate money, and we do a giveaway once a month to one of you guys. So make sure you keep an eye. It's usually it should be around the middle of the month. They do the payouts around the 15th. So this month, the 15th is on a Monday. So the week of January 15th, that week, we should be doing a giveaway. I think I decided on like around $500. So somebody will get that. Oh, nice. Okay. You already know then. You're a silent one. I appreciate it, man. Don't feel obligated. You don't have to chat. You can just watch. You can watch you can either watch me or you can watch the entertainment in the chat between people like Tyler and Alito. I think I have a couple tires picked out. I just don't know which one. But I think it would just be. I think we're gonna do. I think 500 ish, which 500 will be more than last month. Yeah, don't talk about VWAP. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll get 4 tires, $100 each, and then the fees to get them installed. But no, like, I need freaking each tire is like $200, and then I do like getting the extra little warranty on each one. I used to not do that, but I've gone through so many nails and crap like that it's worth it to just get it. I go to Discount Auto Tire, and I really like, they're good people, at least the one near me. They're cool. Freaking I hate getting tires. Like, I could just get cheap ones, but I'm not putting cheap tires on there. We came into this volume imbalance right here. I'm genuinely concerned about this gap, though. Formed at 10:15. $850, that's not bad. The ones I was looking at were gonna be like freaking 1,200 with everything, tax and all that stuff. Hey Knives, it's going very well. We've taken only 3 trades. I'm staying out when I'm conflicted, even if there's a setup that if I don't trust the setup, then obviously there's no point in taking it. I think we've taken 3. I haven't looked at the money on each one, and I haven't looked at my account, but we took a win here, took a win here, and then one win up there. I'm starting to think I should be done, but I'm not quite ready. we get more of this where I don't know what we're doing, then I'll stop. But I think I have some more in me. Yeah, it's crazy. It's more so my outlook, but you know that already. I haven't talked about it yet, but I made some mistakes yesterday. So had to do a lot of thinking the rest of the day yesterday, and I think I'm in a good spot right now. And it's showing today. Now the hard part is just freaking doing that every day and not letting things get to me. But I just put way too much pressure on myself, and it's because I have a full-time job, so I want to freaking pull enough money out of the market and have enough consistency to show that I can do this and live off of it. But with that comes me not accepting red days, and then you make them worse, which you guys all know about that. I don't have to explain what that's like, but it's so hard to accept a red day and know that that's the right thing to do. I don't want the stress and anxiety, Tyler. But like I was saying earlier, I've kind of I kind of put the bots on hold. And when I was focusing on those, my trading improved tremendously because I didn't feel any pressure to trade. The pressure was on developing a strategy for the bots. So then when I was trading, it was careless, not careless like irresponsible, but I didn't have any pressure to do good, but then I ended up doing really good. So then I kind of shifted my focus away from the bots because I was doing good, and I just started focusing on this. But then that put all the pressure on having the manual trade. And then we made the mistake, or we had that mistake the other day, and I just couldn't accept it. So I've got to put that attention and focus back to the bots. Like I feel very strongly that long term, that's going to be the way to do this. Otherwise, I'm not saying I can't be successful manual trading, but at some point, I mean, am I just going to be struggling constantly with my personality and my emotions? I mean, how often do you hear about people just completely changing their personality? That doesn't happen. Like, you are who you are. And I'm always going to be an impatient person. That doesn't just get better. I'm not just all of a sudden going to have patience. I'm in my mid 30s. I've always been an impatient person. I just don't know. I've struggled with impatience my whole entire life. And I don't mean it to be like a downer, but it's probably going to help me have patience actually. Because if I just shift my head, if I shift my thoughts to thinking, okay, the bots are what is going to make me successful in this. Now I can just trade and enjoy it. Then I might actually do really good. I don't know. we had a rough week, so let me just deal with my thoughts. No, I know, Hank, I know. But if I'm in my mid 30s and have struggled with being patient my whole life, why do I think I'm all of a sudden going to be able to overcome that now? I can have spurts of being patient, but I feel like it will eventually catch back up to me because that's who I am deep down. Is this all nonsense still? Well, I love that you guys have confidence in me. And I do have confidence. I'm just trying to think about it realistically. Yeah, we're going to Tyler. We're going to 580. Man, I would love to get into a trade to hold the 580, but that's not the plan. Got some gaps here, but we also have these lows that we very well could take those out first. I agree, Hank. Like the problem like with this strategy is there's still discretion. If you guys remember when we were doing those London session trades they were like an hour to 2 hours long, like huge moves. I had no emotions during that because it was a black and white, very mechanical. This is when I get in. This is when I get out. Like maybe I need to find a strategy like that. The problem is, okay, first of all, that strategy, I'm going to put that into a bot. And when I back tested that, it was profitable. So if I can make that into a bot, throw that on an account in the background, let that take those trades for me. I don't even have to think about it. Um, it's I just it's hard to find a strategy that's that mechanical. All right, I want to see these two little guys taken out, and then maybe there's another entry or something. Hey Jeb, yeah, that's what I do for a living. Trying to do the trading as a living, but until then, we'll stay a developer. Yeah, that's fine, Tyler. And just keep in mind, I know you were saying in Discord the other day, you're trying to not think about the money right now. So don't let getting close to passing that change you. I know how easy it is. And I know that you know when you get that close to passing, it's tough. You can pass it on if you close your trade. It's Friday, you're close. You can wait till Monday and wait for a setup on Monday. I've made some in JavaScript, which kind of sucked, obviously, because that's not the best language. But lately, I've been writing bots for Quantower, which is C Sharp, and using the .NET framework because C Sharp and .NET are what I use on a daily basis anyway. So it was super easy. Tyler. All right, that's fine. But I know like the situation you're in, you are close to passing. It's Friday. It would be great to just pass it today and start to fund it on Monday. Like that's a perfect scenario. But I just want you to be thinking about this. Nice. Nice, Jeb. I've seen a lot of people use Python. I just chose that because one, I had Quantower, two, saw that it was C Sharp and .NET, so that's the easiest thing for me to pick up. And I mean, I can write SQL, but I'm not like super proficient in that. I just use the basics. Tyler's going to make the right decision this week. Sounds like we're all in a goddamn AA meeting. Came right back up into this gap. I'm still just conflicted until we get to 580. Damn, Tyler. Yeah, life changing for sure. Especially that's just one contract, and if you scale that up to freaking 40, like ICT.
Order filled.
Got a little gap there. I still think we're reaching up to 580. Wait, I'm gonna just kill that. I'm gonna
Order
have to kill
filled.
that. All right. Well, since I spent that whole time debating on if I should take a trade, and then the next trade I take is a losing trade, we are going to stop there. I really need to wait for these gaps to get filled in more. But plenty of times we only come halfway, or plenty of times we at least go halfway. Um, and it just makes the losses smaller, and should theoretically make the winners larger. But that was only $70. That's nothing. So up 198. Don't really care if it meets the $200 requirement for TopStep to count towards a green day, but that does go into the 198 does go into the account and will be available to withdraw. So that's all that ultimately matters. This just proves I need to be done because I don't like the way that felt. So yesterday we only traded one of the funded accounts, and because of the day we had before, the daily loss limit, which really messed with me. And yesterday, before we started trading, I told you guys I still very much feel like I'm being affected by that. And the best thing probably would have been to just skip the day, take a couple days off, let it digest. But no matter what I did, I was always going to be thinking about that day. And so yesterday we only traded the one account, and we were up like 150, 160 or whatever, and we stopped. We did good. We practiced good self-discipline, but I felt like I was just doing that because you guys were there and you guys were watching. As soon as I got off the stream, I talked myself into going and trading the other account because I didn't trade it. So I'm like, well, I'll just trade the other one. And after the red days we've had, after the daily loss limit, and after taking withdrawals on these accounts, I didn't have a lot of room left. And I blew the other account yesterday, which obviously pissed me off. So then I went back to this main one and immediately gave back the $160. and I was down like 30, and I'm like, F it. So I stopped trading that. So I turned my green day into a red day. I got rid of one account, and yeah, it that it the freaking that though that mistake the other day just messed me up so much. Like I feel like it just really screwed up all my plans because I was never planning on hitting a daily loss limit. We've only been going for like $200 to $300 a day, so the daily loss of a thousand throws away a whole week's worth of progress. And I know that's not that much time in the grand scheme of things, but I just talked about how impatient I am, and throwing away a week feels like I just threw away like my whole trading career. Especially because we've been doing so good. So yeah, it just really freaking messed me up. And I was still very much being affected by it yesterday. I was able to put a brave face on and come on and trade the stream and be like, look, this is how I do it. But once I was by myself and just trading, I couldn't keep all that in anymore. So it is what it is. We just have this one funded right now. It's not in that good of shape, but we're going to just keep doing what we're doing and try to rebuild. I'm not going to scale. I'm going to just keep doing the one mini. I quite literally cannot trade micros on these accounts. Like I just can't do it. I know that's not the right way of thinking, but in order for me to do good and to do these scalps, it has to be minis. It just has to. I can argue with myself all day about how that's not the right way of thinking, but it just has to. So I'm only okay with these moves because it's a mini, and because in 30 seconds it's $100. If that was one micro, isn't that $10? So I wouldn't be okay with that. So I quite literally have to just trade one mini. The caveat to that is that one really bad day, I could blow this account. So I just really have to focus on doing what I did today and just trying to ignore that and just trade. Like Knife said, just trade the system and don't worry about it. So that's what we're going to keep doing. I've got the bots I'm working on. I have a couple ideas I can work on this weekend to keep my mind off of the mistakes that happened this week, because those mistakes will not happen with bots. And that's a good feeling to know that. But if it's like, I feel like over the last month with this strategy, I've proven I can trade it. I can do good. I can pull money out of the market. Now it's a matter of just not ignoring, but just eliminating mistakes that I'll make as a human. And if I make mistakes like we did the other day, which ultimately it was my fault. I did not pay attention to the size, so I got in a trade I shouldn't have. Like, obviously, that's all my fault. But I can't let that affect me moving forward. It's a mistake. Pick myself up and carry on and keep going. I just couldn't accept it. Yeah, but, I mean, that's one good thing is it wasn't the fault of the strategy. It wasn't the fault of my discretion. So it was quite literally just, it was risk management. That's what it was, is like that trade by itself. It was a larger move, which I wouldn't have gotten into two minis with. if it was just one mini, we would have been fine, and we probably could have recovered that day and turned it into a green day, because I would have only been down like 500 on that trade, which is more than I want, but it's not 1,000, and it's not a daily loss limit, which then locks me out for the day. And then I just got to sit there and think about it all day. So that was really just a risk management that happened because of a genuine mistake. So that's why I'm still trading the strategy today, because I know the strategy works and I know I can take money out with it. I just really wanted January to be a really good month to start the year, and then I freaking start with that, and it just all was not sitting well with me. And that's what happens when I let my emotions get to me. Then we do more damage, make it even worse. But now we have to pay for our consequences. We have to suffer the consequences and live with our decisions and just move on and try to not do stuff like that again. That's all. And that's all there is to it. So yeah, that's where we're at. I do have, so the accounts we have right now are this one funded with TopStep, and I did pick up an Apex account, which is up a little bit because I let out some emotions on that yesterday, which it ended up working. I don't know if I want to trade that manually. I'm trying to run like a bot on it. Not that I think it's going to be profitable yet, but I need to start running these live so I can just work out any kinks, bugs that may happen. Would rather do that on a cheap prop account than on a funded. I most likely will buy a TopStep account today since it's 50% off. I just don't know, like, do I just want to replace a 50K and go back, try to get back to having the two 50K fundeds on this strategy? Do I want to buy the larger one while it's 50% off and then use that with a bot? I'm not sure what I want to do. I got to figure that out. Got to figure that out today. But either way, let you guys know those decisions next week, I guess. I would love to do that. Nice. The thing is, I mean, they have their pros and cons. So I losing. Okay, so I lost a funded account. Even if the funded account was all real money. We were in profit. I was able to take money out. Like, that was my money, technically. It's still, losing that still does not hurt as bad as if that was all my money that I put in, that I worked for, and I put into an account. So yeah, I don't know. I think I should keep doing. Oh, I know. But I think I should stick with prop firms until I am 100% confident that what I did yesterday is not going to happen in the future. And in order to do that, I need like 1 to 2 months of showing that my emotions are under control. And I mean, not to get into all my finances, but I just genuinely don't have extra money like that to put into an account to trade. If I had an extra like $10,000 to $20,000 sitting around that I could put into an account and trade one mini and be okay with, like, I would need 10 to 20,000, I think, to trade one mini like what I'm doing right now. And I just don't have that to put into an account to trade. So I'm not gonna, can't do that. Grant, you just sell. Hold on 1 second. I'll show you. Nice, Tyler. I am interested in. I've never been diagnosed with ADHD. I feel like I may have symptoms, and I suffer from migraines daily. And I think I've heard of people taking ADHD medication to help with migraines. Yeah, I know, Tyler. That's why I was saying that. What do I say? You want me to repeat everything I've said since the start of the stream? Methodical. Oh, you're making an ADHD maybe joke. Grant, yeah, you can. So you can buy,
Order filled.
and then you want the market to go up, so then you can sell it, make
Order
money,
filled.
or you can sell,
Order filled.
and you want the money to go down, and or you want the market to go down, and if it doesn't go down, then you lose money. This was just on the practice account, by the way. So
Order filled.
no worries. Yeah, for sure. There's just knives. There's extra pressure on personal accounts. And back when I started trading a personal account in, what was it, August or September? No, I don't think you're being hard on me. I value your input, actually, because I like the way you say things to me. If you guys remember, back when I started trading a personal account, I was doing very well. It was making have a good one, man. It was forcing me to make good decisions. I can get another 50K TopStep account for $24, and then after I pass it, 150. So I'm in for $175. Run that up to 4,000. At the same time, run this one up to 4,000. Take out 2 out of each one of them. Put that in a personal account. A $4,000 in a personal account, I could probably trade minis and do what I'm doing right here. I thought you can't take the full withdrawal if you're under 30 green days, or you can and just close the account. Because if you can, I'm going to be pissed because I could have taken out like $5,000 the other day and I didn't do it. Oh, the full 50. Yeah. I don't know. I want to get, like, when there's a goal, I want that goal. Grant, I'm extremely interested in it. Like, I've looked at the studies for it. The problem with the studies is that they did it on such a small data set of people. It was only like 20 people, I think, at least the one I saw. But I like that they just took one microdose and it reduced their migraines for 2 weeks to a month with no medicine, which is insane. I've been getting headaches almost every day for the last month, and I take daily preventative medication And I have medication to take when I get one, but they only give me so many of those, so I usually run out. But I'm extremely interested in microdosing mushrooms just because, yeah, that's true, Tyler. You know what? You guys have inspired me. We're going to get a 50 cakes. It's the cheapest option. We're going to group trade it, keep working on this express while this one is working. We will pass that one. So that means when we pass that one, that means what it's 1500, right? That's it, or 3000. Oh, it's 3000. Okay, so we pass this with group trading. That means we're up 3000 on our funded. Nice, Grant. Yeah, I'm going to, like, I don't know why I've hesitated on it. Like, I'm not, like, I'm willing to try it, willing to try anything to get the migraines to go away. And I believe I have some friends who can pull through for me on that. All right, I'm going to add this guy and then we'll group trade it starting Monday. By the time that one's passed, that means this will be up 3000 plus whatever's in there. I don't even want to look at it, so don't even ask. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm going to wait until some more days. Ideally, I would like to then get the new account to a payout level and then just take half out of both of them, put that in a funded, and just keep doing what we're doing. And now it's all my money. And then we'll keep these accounts, but I don't know. I told you guys this is okay. It's only January 5th. It's the first week. We had a rough start. This isn't my year. I'm going to be making lots of money trading this year. We're doing it. We're going to do it. We're going to make a lot of money as a that's a benefit of just trading responsibly. Grant, it depends on the account. On this account, I've been trading NQ, just the normal mini. But usually, if I trade my personal account, which has significantly less money in there, I just trade micros. But we haven't really been touching that account lately. But when these prop firm accounts are on sale, I've always said that none of them are big enough to trade minis. That's my personal opinion. But when they're on sale, I think it's okay to take on the additional risk because it's cheap. I know it's not the best way of thinking and it promotes bad habits. However, that's what I do, and you're not going to convince me not to. Or nobody's, not you, but nobody's going to convince me not to do that because, like I was saying, trading a mini on this strategy is necessary. I could not be accepting and okay with these trades if I was on anything less than one mini. You can maybe tell me, Knives, but you're not going to convince me. All right. I don't know why the hell I'm still sitting on these charts. Very rough week. I believe today, I mean, we're getting better at recovering, right? I mean, I'm getting much better at it. When I do have a bad day, like we had this week, like we had yesterday, it's like within 1 to 2 days, I'm right back on track. In the past, not the recent past, but in the past, when I had days like that, I was like, I could not do good for weeks. 1 to 2 weeks of red immediately every day. I just could not stop thinking about the mistakes and the bad days. So I'm still showing improvement. We're doing fine. Knives, I'm not quitting trading. I'm never going to. I will either. There's only two options. I'm going to die being a successful trader, or I'm going to die still trying. It's either one or the other. At this point, this is who I am. You can anyone in my life who knows me personally, my wife, my friends, this is all I can think about and talk about. But not in a unhealthy way. I think there's an unhealthy way of that, and I don't know what I mean. I'm definitely addicted. Yeah, you do have to be methodical, otherwise you're not going to be able to make it through these days that we go through. When I talk about trading to people who don't trade, I feel absolutely insane and crazy. But at the same time, I know that, I don't know. I know what my future brings, and that's all I'm focused on. Is this the move to 580 finally that we've been waiting for all day? Ooh, I like that, Hank. Yeah, I like that, Grant. That's I need to do that as well, because I do get caught up in the current day. I do not want a bad day. I'm okay with a red day. If I take a handful of trades, 4 or 5, 6 trades, couple are red, couple are green, I'm ultimately red on the day, but I'm starting to not feel it anymore. I'm fine stepping away. I can do that. I used to not be able to do that. I can do that now. When I hit a massive red day because of something I feel like wasn't my fault, like I'm not okay with that. And then it just puts me in a bad mood and make mistakes and yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for your guys' continued support. It's awesome seeing people that have been around from the beginning. It's awesome seeing the new people jumping in. It's kind of crazy and blows my mind, but I appreciate you guys. You guys enjoy your weekend, and we'll be back on Monday. And yeah, thanks. You guys have a good one. See you later.